about 12 or 13 years old, I think that was like what I thought was the ultimate occupation, until a friend of mine made the mistake of suggesting I become a musician, because he said it was more glamorous than sitting in the Marvel office drawing. It's interesting where you make those decisions in life where your life can go two different ways. But I think there was a time when I believed that I couldn't do one and do the other, you know, so I actually gave up art for many years. The basis for the story actually began with the artwork for the previous album, The Century of Self. But I began to ask myself the question, what is going on? Why is the boy in the room? What is that room? You know, what's he doing on the ship? And out of those questions came the idea for the story about Adsel and how he's this rather gifted character who happens to come on board this ship at the same time as all these other very strange and eccentric characters happen to be on board the ship. And a kind of Agatha Christie-esque adventure ensues. The first 33 pages of it have been published are part of the media book for the album. It's written in this way that I intend to release kind of more like a serial novel, where I can put a couple chapters out at a time. Manga was probably the basis of my early childhood drawings. I started drawing, I was growing up in Thailand, and there the Asian, Japanese comic influence was pretty big. I mean, that's the way that, you know, that was kind of like the cultural common language, I suppose, was Japanese animation. They're so closely related in my mind that they're almost inseparable. I don't think of them as two different things necessarily. Usually when I'm working on art, I'll get musical ideas and vice versa, so it's almost like they're telling the same story. When we produce and write an album, our first and probably only thought is what type of album would we want to listen to? And the type of album that I grew up listening to were albums that you listen from beginning to end, and they took you on a journey. I love storytelling, and I think for me it's really important to have a story to tell. With so much traveling and stuff, I kind of feel that you accumulate stories. Even the art, I think, is kind of like a caricature of the life on tour. And the people, the characters that I've created are based on the eccentric characteristics of people that we run into, and the kind of surreal reality that we lead when we're traveling.